Hey everybody, welcome back to My Green Pets. Long time no see. This is William Green here to show you my orchid collection for the autumn 2016 season. And let me tell you, there are some really interesting things happening this fall. The flowers this fall are going to be quite different than they were last year, even though my collection really hasn't changed all that much. Let's start out with a look at this popular Cattleya hybrid, this Brassocatanthe Little Mermaid. And it bloomed last year. It's the type of plant that really doesn't call much attention to itself until it actually blooms. And as you can see, the sheath has extended almost all the way. The ants are enjoying all that good sugary sweetness, and this will be blooming in the next few weeks. The next couple of plants we're going to look at are from the Catasetum family, and these are Central American orchids that lose their leaves in the dry season. Now this one's got me excited already. Can you see why? Have a good look there. You see it? That's right, this plant's in spike, even though I just got it in July. This has been a really pleasant surprise, and I can't wait till it blooms. They're supposed to smell like cherry cough syrup. Now hanging right above it is another member of this family. This is Mormodia jumbo world. It blooms later on in the winter. It blooms in February, and as you can see, its bulbs have swollen up and its leaves are starting to change color. Within a month or two, it's going to start dropping its leaves. You guys can tell I'm excited. This is my third year with the medusae Bulbophyllum, and you've seen other videos of it blooming. This year it's hopefully going to be as beautiful, if not better. But in addition to spikes, it's also putting out new growths this fall, which is kind of a change. So maybe it will bloom in the spring as well. I don't know. This next Bulbophyllum is commonly known as the rufous Bulbophyllum. And its flowers are totally different from medusae. Instead of these dangling pom-poms, it's got really long, skinny spikes with teeny tiny little red and orange flowers. Can't wait for that to bloom. It's a really interesting looking one. But I have to say, Lovely Elizabeth is the Bulbophyllum hybrid that's got me the most excited this fall, because I've had this plant for 3 years. I received it as a two growth cutting. And this year it's got 2 spikes on its newest pseudobulbs. This will be the first time that it blooms for me, if it does in fact bloom, and I'm really looking forward to that. And last but not least, let's have a look at the spiny-lipped Bulbophyllum, which is my largest and potentially most aggressively growing Bulbophyllum. It puts on 3 or 4 new growths every season, but it does not want to bloom. So, well, at least the plant looks pretty. Maybe I need to threaten it. So help me, I will sell you on eBay if you don't bloom for me. Dang it. Alright, well, the moth orchids are kind of finishing up the leaves that they've been putting on this season. And I got a new moth orchid this year. This is a species. And I got this one at Hauserman's, actually. Picked it up myself, which is always fun. It looks like it's trying to squeeze out one more of those beautifully mottled leaves before the temperatures fall and maybe spur it into trying to flower. Amesiella monticola was the project plant in 2015 for the orchid board. We didn't have a whole lot of luck with this plant, but mine's still alive, and this year it looks like something is poking out of the base of this plant. Really looking forward to see what that develops into. Several of my slipper orchids have been brought inside. They've been inside for a couple months already, but there's still a few outside, and these are mostly large multifloral hybrids. They grow really slowly, so basically when they do anything different, it's exciting. After basically just sitting there for an entire year, this one, for example, has got 2 new growths that have suddenly emerged in the past month on either side of the plant. Last Christmas, Michael Koopowitz put on a spectacular show, and it's got a nearly mature growth that might bloom next year, but in addition, it also has a new smaller growth that's come up just this summer, and that'll be blooming in 2 to 3 years. Finally, this multifloral I really have never mentioned in any of my videos. It just sits there and grows, and it's doing fine. This is Bel Royal, and it bloomed when I got it. It was in bloom when I got it, and hopefully this newest growth will mature and we'll see a spike poking out of there maybe next year sometime. Hope so. Another plant I rarely mention is this Phragmipedium Grande, and the reason is because I'm constantly battling rot on this plant. I took off a huge growth earlier this year that was infected, and now it looks like the newest growth is also infected and it's continuing to spread. So I don't know if this plant's going to be in my collection for long. I'm kind of tired of fighting it. Luckily, next to it is a more successful plant. This is Oncidium maculatum, or the spotted Oncidium. This is a Central American orchid, and it blooms for me around the beginning of January. At least it has the past 2 years. This is the newest pseudobulb squeezing out that lovely bright green color, and maybe I'll get lucky and have 2 full spikes this year. These silver vase bromeliads are home to several forest creatures, including this gray tree frog. When night falls, it will venture out in search of prey. Anyway, so the Vandas, the deal with the Vandas is that they actually get more sunlight in the fall, in September, than they do in June and July. And the reason is because the sun, the angle of the sun decreases, and that means that the shade above the plant doesn't protect it like it does during the summer months. So it gets a little bit too much sun. However, it also responds by putting out lots of flowers. So count with me now. This is spike number 1, number 2, number 3, spike 4, spike number 5, number 6, spike number 7, 8 spikes, 9 spikes, 10 spikes. Oh, we're not done. 11 spikes, 12 spikes, 13 spikes. Oh yes, 14 spikes. We have broken last October's record of 12 spikes. We are up to 14. This plant is crazy. It is absolutely a joy to have this thing, even though it is huge and takes up a bunch of space. Alright everyone, thank you so much for stopping by to see the season opener for the 2016 autumn season of My Green Pets. I'm looking forward to showing you some gorgeous, outstanding, and fantastic flowers this fall. Thanks for joining me. I'm William Green, and we'll see you next time right here on My Green Pets.